Remember folks, QE is forever. My consistent message since QE money printing began a few weeks before the birth of this stock's bull market in March 2009, my message has been that once QE money printing starts, then it never ends. So leverage oneself to the perma money printing inflation megatrend. Invest in assets that are leveraged to inflation. And so it has been for the whole of 2019, even in the wake of the Fed's apparent unwinding of its balance sheet from about 4.4 trillion down to 3.75 trillion, as the graph illustrates. And so it was only a matter of time before the Fed started the printing presses rolling once more, and this without any obvious reason to do so, other than the fact that the Fed must avoid any chances of a recession during an election year, which is precisely what the Fed has now succeeded in doing. Rampant money printing that makes a mockery of the propaganda of the Fed unwinding QE that many swallowed for much of 2019. What this means is that there is not going to be a recession in 2020, so you can forget about all of the recession noise in the mainstream media of recession risks for stocks. In a series of 6 videos, I'm going to map out my overall outlook for what to expect for 2020, i.e. that seeks to answer whether the Dow will end the year higher or lower and by roughly how much, which I will then follow up with a series of in-depth pieces of analysis that typically conclude in 2 to 3 month trend forecasts similar to that for 2019, with the first detailed trend forecast to be completed during January 2020. But first, for an overall roadmap, then do check out my next video in this series as we count down to the conclusion of my outlook for stocks for 2020. However, the whole of this analysis has already been made available to patrons who support my work, so do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month, with the next series of analysis after my outlook for stocks is what to expect for the top AI stocks in terms of buying levels for 2020, i.e. if you missed the boat during 2019 and maybe 2018 and earlier, then there are some buying levels that stocks could trade down to, which is my next major piece of analysis that has already been made available to patrons. And then I'll take a look at the prospects for the British pound following Boris Johnson's mega win in the election of 2019. And furthermore, I'll be taking a look at gold, silver, the UK housing market, machine intelligence subsectors, and of course the US dollar. So do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month. And do ensure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel for the next video in this series. Your analyst wishing all a happy and prosperous new year.
For all inside, we'll take a cup of kindness, yet for all anxiety.